So let's talk about this weekend that just concluded. I'm gonna start with the truck race. Truck race, I didn't get to watch a lot of it. I was kind of off task, but I remember Noah Gragson got stage one, got stage two, got the win. But the good thing about the truck race was that Kyle Busch was closing in on Noah Gragson with about 5 to go, but he couldn't pass him, and Noah Gragson ended up winning, which is good because we don't want Kyle Busch in the trucks and Xfinity, so that's good for us. And then the big race Saturday night. I remember Harvick got on pole, Blaney was second. Notables: Almirola was fourth or fifth. My boy Truex got seventh. And Chris Buescher was in 10th, which is good for that team because, Kroger Racing, doesn't have the best equipment, so that's really good for them. The green flag goes out. I don't remember a lot happening. I think halfway through the cycle or the stage, they had some pits, and I remember William Byron got a penalty, and they said it was an uncontrolled tire in the pit stall. And I'll be honest, I don't know why they did a penalty for that. There's probably a rule about it, but yeah, I don't know why they did it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. That sucks for Byron. And then Blaney and Harvick have an intense battle with about 5 to go. Blaney ends up duking out Harvick, which is awesome because Harvick, he has too much wins as it is. Harvick's okay in my book, so yeah. Blaney first in the stage, Harvick is second. That's about all I remember. And then we get to stage two. Stage two, I don't remember a lot happening. I think Larson drove out to about a 4-second lead, and then with like 10 to go, Harvick was like about 2 seconds. 5 to go, he was about 1.5, and then when the stage ended, Harvick was at about a second. So yeah, Larson was stage two, awesome. 10 stage points, another playoff point for Larson. It's pretty good, especially for Chevy. Chevy was decent. Larson was decent. So when we get to this third stage, I'm trying to think, where do I start? A lot of stuff happened in this stage. Where do I start? Fox had their crank it up to start the race, to start the stage. I don't know why they did that. And then we had throughout halfway through the stage, we had the green flag pit stops. And Stenhouse and his crew chief, they tried to do something. They stayed out for about 5 or 10 laps after the cycle ended. They were hoping for a caution, and guess what? Caution didn't come out, so Stenhouse had to pit. The strategy didn't work, and with about 25 to 30 to go, there was a caution, and it was for Bowman and Suarez and I think a couple others. They got into each other and they made contact. A couple sparks flew. NASCAR thought there was some debris, so they threw a caution out. And then they got it cleaned up, and with about 25 to go, there's a restart, and they battled a lot. And I remember about 18 or 17 to go, there's a wreck involving the guy who led the most laps in the race, Blaney, and the stage one winner, and stage two winner Larson. They had a scuffle. I remember Blaney, he hit Larson, and then he got loose. Then he tried to correct. He overcorrected, hit Larson again. Blaney ended up going into the wall. Larson did a lot of damage on his left rear. That brought out a caution. Blaney's day is done. He's out or out of competition. Larson has minimal damage, or at least I thought he had a lot, but apparently he was able to rebound. But I'll get to that in a second. He's able to repair. So there's a restart. It's about 20 to go. I remember it was Truex first. Sorry, I forgot to say that. I think when the Larson and Blaney scuffle happened, a couple leaders came in, took 4 tires, and I think, was it Truex, Logano, Jones, Elliott, Byron, and a couple others. They stayed out. They were trying to roll the dice because we're trying to win the race. You gotta do what you gotta do. And we had the green flag, and with 14 to go, Byron took 2 tires on the last pit stop. He got beside Clint Bowyer, and coming out of turn 4, he just got loose, overcorrected, hit Bowyer, dang near Dale Earnhardt the wall, almost flipped, pretty similar to Eric Almirola's crash last Kansas Spring race. And there were 7 cars taken out. McMurray was taken out. Kenseth, his return to NASCAR after 5 months, comes to an end with 14 to go, which sucks. Ty Dillon was taken out. Clint Bowyer was taken out because Byron got loose and overcorrected into Bowyer. And Byron, like I said, overcorrected into Bowyer, tails the wall. Ryan Newman, he was just behind him. Chris Buescher got taken out when they were all, sliding across the front stretch. That sucks. They had a really good view, though. Kurt Busch, he had a visor cam, and they got a really good view with that. And I thought he was done, but he wasn't. So that was good. And Byron almost flips. It's almost like Almirola's crash last spring, except it was a different position, and he didn't get his airborne. That brings out a red flag because NASCAR doesn't want to run all those laps with all those safety workers and all the cars around the track. Anyways, they red flagged the race. They were able to get it cleaned up in 20 minutes, which is shocking, knowing NASCAR. And then we have a restart with 10 to go. Truex is the leader. Logano is second. Eric Jones is third. We have a couple others. Harvick was sixth. Harvick's the one that is the closest up to the front with fresh tires, so that's awesome. And then I remember they had a big scuffle, and Truex was able to pull away to a 1.3 second lead-ish with about 4.3 to go. And Kevin Harvick, sure enough, passed 5th, 4th, and 3rd, and 2nd, is in 2nd place, running that high line, closing in on Truex with 4.3 to go, and 2 to go in turn 3, coming to the white flag. Harvick is able to close in on Truex, to pass him on the outside, and Truex tries to block, but he can't do anything because he has old tires. Harvick passes him. Truex tries a side draft, but Harvick's too fast, and he was able to hold on. He could have dive bombed a corner, but it wouldn't have mattered. Harvick was way too fast. Harvick goes on to win the race. Truex finishes second. I think Joey Logano finished third, so his consistency keeps up. Good job, Logano. Harvick ends up winning the race. He does a cool burnout. I remember he did it backwards. He did a little bit of a backwards thing, so I thought that was pretty cool. That's his 5th win. Well, 4th win if you don't include Vegas because of the encumberment. But notable finishes. Kyle Larson rallied to a 4th place finish with that damage. The only thing that I thought was a little kind of sketchy was the damage that he got on it was the window behind the window net from the caution with Blaney and him. I thought that was a little sketchy, but I hope NASCAR doesn't penalize him for that because it wasn't his fault. In my opinion, I don't think that the window brace is breaking. I don't think that was all these window braces breaking throughout the season. I don't think that's any of their fault. I think it was just unfortunate. I don't think they planned that, but I mean, you never know. Let's see, the race itself, I mean, the first and second stage, they were okay. I mean, I thought they weren't bad. It's just kind of like typical NASCAR. Third stage, awesome for a Kansas race. I had somewhat low expectations coming into this race because it's Kansas. It's a mile and a half. Mile and a half are generally, boring compared to the other races. And it wasn't. It shocked me. And on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it a 6.5 out of 7, so kind of between a meh to a good. So, I thought about that. I definitely thought the Cup race was better than the truck race, because I don't think a lot of things happened in the truck race. But Harvick earned the win. I mean, he didn't pull out to a 7-second lead like he did at Vegas, and kind of like Atlanta. And Phoenix, he kind of earned it, but he pulled up to like a 2 or 3 second lead. Let's see, Dover, he just pulled out. So he actually earned this one. He actually had some challenges between, Truex and the cars with older tires than he has. There's not really a lot else to say. Me being a Truex fan kind of sucks, but he earned it. There's not really a lot else to say. If you like this video or not, just leave a like, leave a comment, critique me. I don't care. I'm filming this on a phone, so I don't really have the best equipment. And yeah, I'm Tyler Johnson. I'm trying to make it in the YouTube world. Oops, freaking computer. There's not really much else to say. I thought the race was generally good. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Don't have an outro or intro yet. I'm just trying this out for the first time. But yeah, I'm Tyler Johnson, and peace out.